Why hello there ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another splendid dinosaur video. Well, the dinosaur in question today is going to be no other than the marvellous Balaur Bondoc, which translated means stocky dragon in a Romanian dialect, not Romanian. Got a nice little image here of I think it's Balaur Bondoc, but this was just come from Google Images, and I thought it was quite a relevant picture to kick us off with, fighting off against some form of ceratopsid, in my opinion. Or I think it is a ceratopsid. It might be prosoceratops, but that would make it a velociraptor then. But as I digress, this lovely raptor species is certainly one of my favourite dinosaurs, but not my favourite dinosaur. And I hope you enjoy this video and presentation, and we'll get right to it. Here we got a lovely little image of it could be Balaur Bondoc. Actually, this would be a quite good or sort of clear representation of Balaur Bondoc, or it could be some other feathered raptor species. But the unique Balaur Bondoc found its home in what is now Romania in the late Cretaceous period some 70 million years ago. Balaur Bondoc is similar in overall size to the legendary and quite famous velociraptor, with a rough estimated length of 1.5 to 2 metres, or 5 to 6 foot in length. Balaur Bondoc was lightweight and adapted for speed and swift movement rather than strength and power, but it was a powerful raptor species for its size. Or so you would think at least, because large muscle attachment areas on the pelvis indicate that it can indeed dish out a lot of punishment if required, even for a relatively lightweight species of raptor. It is also assumed by scientists that the Balaur Bondoc similarity to other raptor species that it would have been carnivorous. Balaur Bondoc's original prehistoric habitat was an island environment known as Hatseg Island, which is now modern-day Romania, or at least located within modern-day Romania. This island environment contained a lovely Balaur Bondoc, but also contained many other strange oddities, from miniature sauropods to giant pterosaurs. Here we've got a lovely little detailed image of the beautiful Balaur Bondoc, or at least another raptor species. But the first small bones of this unique dinosaur were discovered in 1997 in Romania by Dan Grescu. But due to the unusual nature of the bones that were actually uncovered, scientists mistakenly classified the remains as a species of Oviraptorosaur. A more complete partial skeleton was discovered in September in 2009 in Romania, and with the findings being described on August 31st, 2010 in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science. Got a lovely little skeletal-like diagram of the marvellous Balaur Bondoc. The actual position and taxonomic classification of Balaur Bondoc has proven rather difficult to determine by scientists, but the initial phylogenetic analysis placed Balaur Bondoc closest to a certain mainland dromaeosaurid by the name of Velociraptor mongoliensis, however you say it. Although some paleontologists remain quite adamant that Balaur Bondoc's closest actual relationship is Velociraptor, other research also points to links with my personal favourite dinosaur this is related to, which is Deinonychus, meaning terrible claw, and another dromaeosaurid which I'd never heard of actually before researching this information for my PowerPoint presentation, being Adasaurus, meaning adder's lizard, with saurus generally being the Latin term for lizard in any binomial Latin names you will find. Here we got, in my opinion, a really accurate representation of what Balaur Bondoc perhaps would have looked like if we were to reverse the clocks and go back 70 million years. But here, my lovely audience, are some delicious facts to claw and sink your teeth into. Please enjoy your lovely meal. The translated name, as said before, of the lovely Balaur Bondoc is Stocky dragon in Romanian, with the Balaur being a dragon of Romanian folklore. Pretty cool little bit of folklore, perhaps dating back to the medieval ages where dragons were quite a prominent myth and legend. Balaur Bondoc had not one but two deadly sickle-shaped claws that, although were shorter than the claws of dinosaurs such as Deinonychus and Velociraptor, they are actually heavier in mass, so perhaps could have dealt out much more damage than the previous two dinosaurs mentioned. Here we got a lovely little image of Balaur Bondoc. Due to rising sea levels of the Cretaceous period, Balaur Bondoc was endemic to an island environment, with the island being known as the Island of the Dwarf dinosaurs, or Hatseg Island. And this island was and home to a vast array of oddities and other species that would have made its home on the island, which I'm now going to quickly show you. Firstly, it's being a rather cute sauropod by the name of Mygosaurus, or Myga's lizard. This was only a small sort of pony-sized sauropod, so by sauropod standard it was in relative terms tiny when you think of large sauropods such as titanosaurs, because I get confused with these, such as Brachiosaurus. I'll just go for a range of them: Apatosaurus, Diplodocus, Argentinosaurus, Dreadnoughtus. This thing was a midget practically in overall terms of size. This is perhaps my favourite slide I'm covering. You can see that both are pretty sure, yeah, I am correct actually, both of these images I've referenced are from a paleontologist-like artist called Emily, I think it's Emily Wilbury. But there are two different representations of Balaur Bondoc. One of them on the left is, there's actually a lot of evidence pointing towards Balaur Bondoc not actually being a raptor species at all, a dromaeosaur, but being an actual bird species. And on the right, as you can see, is the raptor version of Balaur Bondoc, or the dromaeosaur version. Both of these would have had unique physical adaptations which are made it suited for an island environment, with little competition from other dinosaurs due to the small nature of the island. Because why Mygosaurus? It makes sense. For example, Mygosaurus, the sauropod we just covered, being small, because why have huge, enormous sauropods such as, I don't know, Diplodocus for one, on a small island where there's not going to be enough resources for them to support a healthy population? Well, perhaps the main source of competition would have come from this bad boy by the name of Haxigopteryx, meaning Haxi basin wing. God, that's hard for me to pronounce. There's probably, well, not, and most likely would have been the apex predator of the Hateg Island ecosystem, and coming in at a total of 5 metres in length. You can probably see why. This most likely would have fed on perhaps Balaur Bondoc if it was unfortunate enough to come into contact with it, but most likely this would have fed on the poor little Mygosauruses that would have been trying to make a little living on the island of Hatseg. Thought I finished off with perhaps some little baby offspring of Balaur Bondoc, and don't they look cute trying to eat that dragonfly? Very, very happy babies indeed. Balaur Bondoc, or the Stocky dragon, is certainly an incredible predatory dinosaur, which we still have got a lot to learn about if you ask my opinion. Certainly one of my favourite lesser known dinosaurs of the prehistoric world, and also researching this I never actually have heard of Adosaurus. That's another raptor species I can do a little bit of research on and perhaps include in a future video. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment your feedback and like the video and join the Raptor Pack today by subscribing, and enjoy the rest of your day or evening.